Hey, I'm going to share some photos with you, particularly my aviation, since I'm a pilot. I'm going to show some of my aviation pictures. First of all, who is this and what is going on here? Well, this is me, Birdman Vegan Future. And what am I doing here? What's going on? Take a guess. Neil Armstrong. Kneeling and flexing. Neil Armstrong. That's me doing my Neil Armstrong impression. And another one, this was at the Smithsonian in DC, the Aviation Smithsonian. And here's me on and my fighter plane for the Blue Angels. Just joking. This was a picture at the museum. So here's I'm going to show you some pictures of me, and then some old Smithsonian pictures and old Rhinebeck Aerodrome Museum. They actually take some old planes out for flights. Here's me over Albany Airport. A number of years ago. I worked in airport management as well for many years before moving on, getting my graduate degree in another field. JetBlue at JFK, where I interned in college. The Big Banana at the Big Apple. I took this picture of the Big Banana at the Big Apple. DHL. Here's some rainbows at Albany Airport where I was working at the time. Now, if you ever go to Niagara Falls, all the mist, you'll see tons of rainbows. You want to see rainbows, go to Niagara Falls. Here's before he ran for president, many years before then. Here's me skydiving, San Diego, California on the left. My girlfriend, that was in Florida, Cocoa Beach, where they have the space launches, actually, in Titusville. And I lived in Houston as well for many years, Houston, Texas. But I was in Cape Canaveral, Florida. That last skydiving. Now here's old Rhinebeck Aerodrome, World War I plane. I think that was a German plane. Probably should know based on the livery. Biplane. Here's an old Curtiss pusher plane. Very cool. I think most of it is replica, most of the parts. Here's me in DC by the Smithsonian. I interned with the Airport Council International and worked there for a while. It's me outside the White House. I'll show you some other ones. My friend Jose flies the Dash 8. I believe he's onto a bigger plane now. Here's me. Birdman Vegan Future. Gotta stand up for the birds, pilots. Here's a funny one. Virgin. No, I wasn't a virgin, but whatever. Virgin Atlantic. Here's some skydiving pictures. This was me. Tandem skydive. Florida. No, that was in San Diego. I'm sorry, San Diego. This was in Florida, my girlfriend. For skydive. It's one of the planes I flew. Many hours. Here's a nice picture. It's reflecting. The bottom of the wing is reflecting. You see some foliage from autumn where the leaves colors change. I got some aerial pictures of my parents' house during that. And here's one of my parents' house in upstate New York. Got a beautiful one with the leaves changing. They're all red, orange, yellow, a little bit of green. Here's a mall in upstate New York. Big mall. Looks like a little fire or a car accident. It's when I got my solo flight wings. I cut part of your shirt off when you do your solo flight. You can barely read my name there. Low quality camera at the time. Writing some letters. I did an aerobatics flight with Jose, my roommate and friend from college. Wrote a V for BV gun. First flight, long time ago. Cessna 172 or 52. Here's me doing an approach and landing. Now this runway, I believe, is only 75 feet wide, so it's feels like you're going in really fast versus a 150 foot wide one. That's at Schenectady Airport. Here's me on landing or takeoff, I can't remember. Birdman, vegan future. Just some of my DG in the horizon. Instrument panel. It's me going up for a flight. This was an air show. Air show. Not a nice hat. Airport ops. The license plate says bye-bye. I don't go that fast. Airport ops. Airport ops management. From the terminal roof. Doing some runway markings and de-rubberization. JFK Airport. Their tower. Here's the defunct plane. One of the most famous planes. One of the fastest planes ever. The Concorde. Next to the Havilland Comet and some Boeings. The most famous plane. Here's de-icing at JFK in the winter. Thought it was pretty cool. Airport Consul International, worked for a while. Birdman, vegan future, that's me. This is the Smithsonian in DC. Charles Lindbergh, Spirit of St. Louis. Wax Museum in New York City with Amelia Earhart and my friend Jose, who's now a commercial pilot. Here's where I got him for Christmas, a Yolk to play Flight Sim on Microsoft. Good way to learn the basics. We did an aerobatics flight. This is not us, though. This was an air show. But we did, like the old days they used to do. But this is, we did do aerobatics flight where you do barrel rolls, flips on Long Island. It's pretty expensive, though. So if you ever want to do some aerobatics, pretty cool. Not as bad as you would think, unless you pull a lot of G-forces. But most of the maneuvers don't. Like the barrel roll, floating and flying upside down for a while. Now this is this is the Empire State Building, getting high in another way, not the Mile High Club way. Looks like aerial flight. Here's the other Statue of Liberty. I worked at the Statue of Liberty for a while when I was young. The Park Service. Here's an aerospace museum on New York's harbor. On the aircraft carrier. And here's my father in the military police. And they do have vegan and vegetarian MRE meals too. So, those are my aviation pictures. I hope you enjoyed. Check out the Rhinebeck Aerodrome. Do some flight lessons. Try Microsoft Flight Simulator to learn for cheap. And be Neil Armstrong, Birdman, vegan future, out. Let me see. I'll end it on the first one that we started with. Nope. The big banana at the big apple. No. First one of me flying. Oh, well, it doesn't want to come. Well, those are all the pictures. Can't find the one I'm looking for. Never can find what you're looking for at the time. Here we go. Birdman, vegan future, out. Look up my other videos.